first thing to understand is, why do you want to scale up? What are your goals? What do you want for your family? What type of house do you aspire to? What lifestyle do you want to develop? What are your personal ambitions? How does running or expanding a business fit into this? And in terms of the business itself, what are your expectations from the business? Is it for income, to perhaps deliver those personal ambitions? Or is it for capital growth, perhaps to sell the business at a later stage? And how does scaling up and expanding help you achieve these? One good question to reflect on is scaling up the right thing for you? Because it's not for everybody. Running a larger business comes with a lot of different stresses and strains. It can take a person well outside of their comfort zone. Lots of very good micro and small businesses have failed because the owner has scaled up without fully appreciating the implications of doing so. So these are things that need to be clarified before you go to the next stage. Assuming you're clear on that scaling up is what you want to do, how can it be done in a way that increases the chances of success? What do you need to scale up in? Understanding the opportunity and building a strategy provides a foundation to start planning in critical areas such as sales and business development. Marketing, for example, are you going to adopt a digital strategy in terms of marketing or a more traditional approach? Channel development, how are you going to get your product or service to market? On the manufacturer and supply side, are you planning to insource the manufacture or outsource, or a mixture of the both? How are you going to manage the quality of what you are providing to your customer? In relation to suppliers, what sort of supplier relationships do you need and where are they based? On the operational side, what human and physical resources are required to deliver your strategy? In terms of financial resources, what investment in assets are required, both tangible or otherwise? What cash do you need to help with your working capital cycle so you can facilitate the trade as you expand? And what sort of appropriate financial lines do you need to put in place? Lastly, but importantly, what review mechanisms are you going to put in place as you go along? Things generally don't go to plan, and to respond to those at an appropriate time is often quite crucial. This shows there's a whole raft of different aspects that need to be covered, which poses the question, why bother with this level of planning? Why not just go for it? Why bother going through this type of thinking process and planned activity? The benefits of taking a structured approach to scaling up include focus within the organisation. Everybody knows exactly what their job is within the organisation and what they need to do to achieve the strategy. The growth is generally controlled. There is a better ability to monitor that growth as you go along and to act quickly if things need to change. All this adds up to the fact that stakeholders will have more confidence in the management and their capability to deliver the strategy, and there's a much better chance of success. What happens if you just go for it? Well, the converse applies. The activity is unstructured, the growth is uncontrolled and slightly more opportunistic. It just happens. Business is less able, therefore, to accommodate peaks and troughs in the workflow. This could lead to quality issues and mistakes, and also pressure on cash resources, a risk that pressure within the business could cause a financial collapse. It might seem that to scale up is a daunting challenge, but it increases the chances of your success if it's planned properly. And you're not alone. Whilst it might seem daunting, there is plenty of help available as you go through the scaling up process, both at the planning stage and the implementation stage. For example, your accountants and business advisors are generally on hand as you go through the planning stages. You have commercial lawyers to look at your contracts, industry specialists that can give you advice both in terms of your product and your markets as well. You can outsource functions that are not core to your business, such as HR or IT hosting, so you don't need to build that capability in-house. Similarly, you could extend that to parts of your manufacturing process, so you subcontract some of that until such time as you know the scaling up is working for you. Your local chambers of trade, your CBI, director networks, government websites all provide resources and help as you go through the process. And financiers and brokers generally will point you in the right direction for lines of finance, for insurance and various other bits and pieces. So you don't have to build all these resources internally to begin with, and in fact some you never will. So in summary, to improve your chances of scaling up successfully, you need to understand things like why you and your group of directors want to scale up. What are you trying to achieve? Where is the market opportunity that justifies the investment in scaling up? What do you need to do within every function of the business to support the growth, including finance? What external resources do you need to draw on to help you achieve your goals? Do this and your chances of scaling up successfully substantially increases. Without it, you are leaving it more to chance and a greater element of good fortune.